irritate you guys. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to give you, just because I got to go take a piss, I'm going to give you 2 minutes and 54 seconds of the Islamic call to prayer. Now, before I knew that this was the Islamic call to prayer, it's actually very beautiful. I'll have to say that. It doesn't say anything about, kill the fucking Christians, beat the shit out of your wife. It doesn't say anything like that. But it is a beautiful piece of music, in my opinion. Now, I know that a lot of people out there right now, because it looks like our listenership's going up because I said some shit. I advertised this show. I can see it. One of the things is that I think it's a beautiful piece of music, but I'm going to let you see it because I don't have anything offhand that I could stick on here for you people to listen to. So, here we go. Enjoy the Islamic call to prayer. And again, you should watch this. It'd be so funny if we could just, if we could look into a house, right? Like, with some Muslims listening to this shit right now. And as soon as I hit this button, they're rolling out the fucking rugs and hitting their knees, man. I mean, because they have no other choice. When they hear this shit, they got to go. It's like fat women and chocolate. I mean, Hershey bar, fuck yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's how they're going to run it. So enjoy the Islamic prayer. And tell me what you honestly think. Give me some chat. Give me some emails. Tell me something like this. And I know, keep the Islamic Muslim fucking bullshit out of the way. And just listen to it as a piece of music. I think it's very calming. So, and then we will get back to what are had offenses. Because this is going to really start making up the law. Be right back on the Atheist Agenda, talking about the Islam cult of terror. Thank you very much.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة.
Okay, I think I figured it out. I'm going to cut that shit off. It's giving me a headache. No, actually, I actually like it. I just had this sudden urge to go out and bomb something. I mean, fuck. Actually, I had the urge to go to sleep. Oh, see, now I cut the Muslims off. I know there's some Muslims watching, and I know you're pissed at me right now. And you're like, we were in the middle. Oh, no, let me speak. Let me. Hold your hand. Which means, translated roughly, we were in the middle of our prayer, asshole. And you fucked it up. Because there's somewhere, I think there's a ton of Muslims in England and Norway. It's dawn right now, man. They're partying. And if they happen to have this on, I could just picture. Okay, we need to find. Oh wait, that's Indian. Wait, we need to find. Oh wait, no, that's not it. I can't do it. I'm pretty good at voices, and I can't do it. We need to. Okay, I'll just do it in an American way. We need to find, because our radio just broke. We need to find a record player, whatever the fuck they do over there. We need to find an Islamic call to prayer. Search the internet. Can you imagine when they come across this fucking show? I just played 2.5 minutes of that shit. And there's like 90 of them lined up in fucking rows praying. And now they're listening to this shit trying to figure out how to get it off a computer. No, stop it. This is not good to Allah. I don't know. I giggle at night thinking that, it's possible. It could happen. Anyway, I can't be so lucky, I guess. So, getting back into it, what are had offenses? Now, had is there's a very interesting way that it's spelled. It's had, H-A-D-D. That's how it's spelled. What are had offenses? Now, I was going to pull up a YouTube video for you guys on this because I thought it was interesting. And the problem is that it fucking is all in Arabic. And, if you go up to if you go up to YouTube and you find these videos, they translate them for you, but for the most part it's just, I don't know. It's amazing. I wish I can give you. I found a woman that was denouncing Muslim. That's some Muslims. So actually, she's from Afghanistan, and they had a holy cleric on in this talk show, and she let him have some shit. But it's all in fucking Arabic. Fucking pisses me off. Anyway, had offenses. H-A-D-D. What are had offenses? Within Sharia law, there is a specific set of offenses known as had offenses. I'm sure I'm pronouncing it wrong. Had or God or something like that. These are crimes punished by specific penalties, such as stoning, lashes, that's beating the shit out of them, or severing of a hand. The penalties for had offenses are not universally adopted as law in Islamic countries. Some countries, such as Saudi Arabia, claim to live under pure Sharia law and enforce the penalties for had offenses. They got people going over there to fucking Saudi Arabia for vacation that are not fucking Muslim, and you're a fucking moron. You cannot give me first-class accommodations in Dubai, the top fucking penthouse, which I think is $1 million a night or some shit like that, and say, free airfare, come over. Well, fuck no. Because they're looking for me at this point, I would imagine. But I still wouldn't go even if I never did anything. Why would you go to that fucking country? It's fucking ugly. And, horrible. In other countries, such as Pakistan, the penalties have been enforced. The majority of Middle Eastern countries, including Jordan, Egypt, Lebanon, and Syria, have not adopted had offenses as part of their state laws, however. Had offenses carry specific penalties, like I said, and these are set by the Quran. And they're also set in the Quran by the Prophet Muhammad himself. These includes unlawful sexual intercourse. I mean, do you think they have to get a permit to fuck? I mean, really? I mean, that... Ooh. I can't even tell you. They would have put me... they would have put me to death at least 90 times. Well... but are we talking about each individual time, or are we talking person? I don't know. These unlawful things include sexual intercourse outside of... Oh, I'm sorry. I had a footnote there. Outside of marriage. Okay, well, again, I will be fucking dead like 100 times over. False accusations of intercourse, the drinking of alcohol, theft, and highway robbery. Sexual offenses carry a penalty of stoning to death or flogging, while theft is punishable with cutting off a hand. Now, I told you at the beginning of this program that there's going to be a couple of things I agree with. I like the idea of cutting off the hand. I'm sorry, I just do. You know, I mean, I hate a fucking thief. Always have. You know, and if you are a thief, and you know that if you're caught, they're going to cut your fucking hand off, you're not going to steal shit. Consequently, they have some of the lowest theft rates in the world. I mean, you know, if it works, it works, right? However, this is a system of criminal law which has become a potent symbol of Islamicide. Dr. Welshman says, but there is a question of whether it actually applied in the countries which have adopted it. There is supposed to be a very high burden of proof, but that clearly doesn't happen in practice. Many Islamic countries will have adultery and the drinking of alcohol defined as a criminal offenses in law, but they are not defined as had offenses because they do not carry the had penalty. Had penalty. They are often punishable by prison term instead. Well, how nice. So, if I go out partying and I get drunk and I cheat on my wife, I'm fucked, basically, if somebody tells on me. You told on me, you fucker. Now, what is likely, that woman that I was talking about before, what is likely to happen to that woman sentenced to death in Nigeria for cheating on her husband? Her name is Amina Lawal, 30. She has been sentenced to death by stoning. A fate which would involve being buried up to her neck in sand and having rocks thrown at her head. However, the Islamic court has ruled that the penalty cannot be carried out until Lawal has finished breastfeeding her baby daughter Wasila, which the judge said would not be before January of 2013. 14. So listen, yeah, we know you have a baby and everything, but and we're going to kill you. But we're going to allow you to breastfeed because, you know, we really don't want to take care of the little fucker until then. So go ahead before we make, before we make him an absolute fucking orphan. Breastfeed him and then we'll kill you. However, a good thing, the sentence is provoking civil unrest, with riots breaking out between Christian and Muslim communities over how far the rule of Sharia might spread. In sentencing Laurel, the woman, the Islamic court disregarded an earlier ruling by the federal courts which deemed the death penalty unconstitutional for offenses such as adultery. They disregarded that shit. They said, you know what, adultery, the bitch should be stoned. The Supreme Court is likely to step in, I hope so, particularly as many Sharia trials fall short of the expected standards of proof. But it faces stiff opposition for governors of Nigeria's northern states. This may have, I think, political capital out of promising Saudi Arabian style of strictness in the adoption of Sharia, offering